And we're live. Is it not far over enough? Is that better? It's fine, I just gotta lean over. We'll both lean over. Hey. What's up, everyone? Can everyone see us and hear us okay? Are we coming in loud and clear? Jim and Jess, live at 5. At least our time. I don't know what it is your time over there. Ralph Riley, how's it going? Yep, we're here. We're live. Cara B, how's it going? Oh, man. What a crazy week. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but we finished the walls of the root cellar there. Man, that was a lot of work, eh?
A lot of work.
How long do you think that took?
I don't know. It was over a month. Over a month.
I put her on the spot. Probably maybe close to 2 months, would you say?
Maybe.
Okay, who's in here yet? Who's in? You want me to go over?
Yes.
Wait, you want me? You want it? We didn't do Kara's here, Andrew, Morgan's NC Adventures, Cleasy Y, Wilderstead, Outdoor Hampy Camper Brenda, Todd's in the house, Sean, Kevin Williams, Farming Our Backyard, what's up? Greg, Ralph Riley, 13 Moons Homestead, what's up? Todd's on here twice. Larry, Alan. Where's that little handsome dog? He just passed out. He was licking me earlier. He was licking her earlier. Robin Lanter. How is everyone doing tonight? We hope everyone is doing well. We're doing pretty good. Are we doing pretty good?
Yeah, I'm good.
I'm good, I think. We have I've been literally moving just a ton of dirt over the past, I don't even know. I don't even know how long. It's been a while. Tons of dirt, and now today I was moving tons of gravel. It's a lot of work. What's up next? What have I been working on? What is it?
Getting started on the foundation for the next part.
Kind of the foundation, so I kind of had to backfill around the earth bags. So I figure as long as I'm backfilling there, I might as well start prepping the foundation for the dome that's going to go over the whole building.
And Kat says, sorry about your bees. When will you be adding a roof to your root cellar?
Very soon. That's something I've been kind of working on today as well. It's kind of a whole big story for that. Like, we have most of the wood I need, but we do not have we're looking at getting some OSB to put down for a subfloor. We do not have that. So we're kind of going over some possibilities on that.
Sean asks, did you tamp down backfill?
Not yet, but I will be.
Yeah, but you've been tamping it down as you go.
Right. You have to tamp it, get it nice and solid. No more questions?
Whoa. Eric X says, I pay over $10,000 in property taxes in New Jersey every year. Can you share how much you pay each year? Nowhere near that.
Not that much.
Our property taxes actually went down, I think. So the most that we've paid in a year, I think, was $500.
It's a little different, but the offset of that is that we live in the middle of the desert. And we live off rainwater, and we haven't got that much rain. So, yeah.
Trade-offs, right?
In fact, Hewitt Homestead says, how full is your cistern now? I mean, we haven't gotten any rain,
yeah,
so I'm sure there's probably hardly any water in
anything
there.
in there.
Were there any questions before that? Oh, okay. Well, while she's looking at the comments. So yeah, but I mean, that brings us to kind of an issue we have. I don't know. We have a truck that we usually use to pick up materials, but it's kind of on its last legs. We have the suspicion that the head gasket is blown. We don't have any questions?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well. Okay. Should I finish all of the story?
Yeah, go ahead.
So that's kind of one of the things. We need materials, but we think that the head gasket is blown. And we've been kind of using the trucks, and if we had it, we didn't know. So we're going to try a fix on that soon. Hopefully we can get it so that, because right now it's just leaking, it's just losing.
Audio is very low.
I don't know if there's anything I can do about that.
Talk louder.
So I'll have to speak up. So anyway, I don't know if there is anything. Where did I leave off? I don't know. We're gonna try a fix on it. Chemical fix. Hopefully that'll stop the leak. We're losing antifreeze.
Yeah.
We're losing antifreeze, and
What? Transmission fluid?
transmission fluid.
But that might be a temporary fix, right?
Well, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We're gonna try a chemical fix on that. Hopefully, it gets the truck running again. But otherwise, that truck is on its last legs. I mean, if it has a blown head gasket, then
Yeah, silicone gasket materials.
I mean, the price of fixing that it would be more than the truck is worth. It's a 98.
It's the oil milky, no.
No, it's not. It's not milky. That's the one. That's the one. Probably the one symptom I didn't see.
What year is the truck?
98.
Sean says, "Aren't you glad the bees are gone?"
Well, we're a little sad on
It's
that.
a little sad. In some ways, it's a relief. Not getting stung and, just being able to focus more on building the house now without having to worry about that. But yeah, I'd still like to get back into beekeeping later.
Yeah, someday.
Vargas, do you have jobs? Well,
Nothing conventional.
no. So yeah. Well,
I quit my job first because I worked in Tempe in Central Arizona. That we had to do that in order to make that move. Then we sold the house, and you were able to kind of keep working for a little bit longer because you did your job online. But then you decided to leave that as well.
mhm.
So we're currently working on getting other forms of income going.
Mm-hmm.
It's a slow process.
Are you catching any questions, or am I?
Here's the question, person. You're on the backtrack. Okay, you want me to get the new questions?
You want us?
Yeah, Jeff. Honestly, yeah, the house has been. The house is kind of like a full time job right now. I mean, I'll probably work on that thing probably 10 hours a day, something
Mm-hmm.
like that. Just sun up to sundown, moving dirt and stuff like that. And then and then I'm constantly recording, which is hell for you because you do the editing, so you got to go through I don't know how many hours of footage. And editing for you takes probably at least a day, right? At least. I think someone mentioned that I don't like. Oh, you must be kind of ahead of the game as far as like videos and stuff like that. And it's
Not
like
usually.
these videos are practically live streams. it's almost coming at it's almost coming at you as it happens, literally. I wish we could say we had a ton of footage and we're kind of putting it out there as it goes, but no, we can't get that far ahead.
Ralph says, I hope you guys have better neighbors than I do. My fiance had to file a restraining order on our neighbor harassing us all the time.
Oh my goodness.
Like, yeah, that would be terrible. We haven't had too many problems with neighbors.
Not too many problems.
But we
Although
don't have close neighbors.
we did have one neighbor roll onto our property, and then uh, pretty much threatened to shoot our dog. Pretty much threatened to shoot crew. That was probably the worst neighbor exchange we had. And how that all started is you and your brother were taking crew for a walk.
Yeah, and we just walked past the guy's house.
This road is a private road, but
It wasn't his.
yeah,
road.
it's not.
It's
Not
a
wasn't
shared
his road.
road.
It's just a shared road, but it's a shared road amongst all the neighbors. So
And
yeah, we should be able to walk down there. As we walked the front of his property,
his German Shepherd came running off of his property onto the road.
onto the road.
And we had to.
I was kind of threatened, like
get out of there.
Crew wasn't having that. He wanted to. Those dogs wanted to fight.
Yeah, but we had him on a leash, so
we were
able to keep him under control.
We had total control of our dog,
and we left. But I don't know. It's ridiculous.
It was ridiculous, and he's like, if our dogs ever get in, I will not hesitate to shoot your dog. Like, what? Like, you need to roll up on out of here, buddy. Unbelievable.
Mm-hmm. Neshin333 says, hey guys, Portland, Oregon here. Thanks for being such an inspiration and sharing your adventures with us all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Good fences make good neighbors. As long as the fences work. To keep the animals in there. Do we eat meat? And if so, how do you store it? How big of a storage area do you have designated for meat? And by what means do you procure animal meat? Right now we are not sustainable as far as our food goes. So we do not have. We're not growing a whole lot of our own food right now. We got a little bit of a garden going. Not very big. It doesn't grow very much.
Our priorities right now is build the house, and then
next will be on the food.
Yeah, food. So I mean, we have a pretty good water system set up. We just need some water in there. We need some rain.
It's gonna be touch and go on that because we haven't gotten any rain. We're pretty much very close to down to using just the main tanks. And once that goes, I don't know.
Yeah, we might have to get some water delivered if we run out.
It's a last resort.
Yeah,
Really don't
but
want to do that.
yeah, after the house, then we can focus on food production.
Food production. Time to start growing our own food, y'all. What's up, Heirloom Permaculture? How's it going? G Princess in the house. She says I'm here for you.
Oh.
Oh.
Where did you move from originally?
Well, that's a good question. Before we were here on the land, we lived in a little small town called Coolidge near central Arizona. And before that, we came from Wisconsin.
Yep.
Born and raised. Wisconsin.
Okay.
Oh, and as far as food storage goes, we don't have much food storage either. Right now, it's just a tiny RV refrigerator.
Yeah.
That is it.
How would rain affect the root cellar without a roof yet? It shouldn't affect it too much.
What was the question?
How would rain affect the root cellar?
Oh, yeah. Actually, rain would be good. It'd be nice to get a little bit of rain and get all the bags a little moist again, everything like that. Get nice and solid. Get all the backfill soaked and get it nice and solid. I wouldn't mind a little rain, but the biggest issue is the sun, and we got to put a roof on that sun to get the protector from all that UV radiation.
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably still talking too quiet, huh? I need to.
Probably. Yeah.
I need to up my voice. Up my voice.
Probably me too. Wrench31E says, I'm planning a similar project. How do you plan to put a roof on yours? I'm thinking logs and plastic for mine. So our root cellar is actually going to be kind of part of the house. And so the roof will be the floor of the ground level. So we're just using wood.
We're gonna create kind of like a traditional floor. Right above that, we'll have 2x10s going across, and then a subfloor above that.
Yeah. Because we're building something like over that. It's gonna be a dome shaped.
And part of the area around the wood floor will actually be an earthen floor.
Yeah.
Around the wood floor. So kind of a couple mix of different techniques. I think it'll work well. I think Heirloom Permaculture asked where in Wisconsin. We're city people in Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Yep. Yeah. Very little winter rain this year due to La Nina. That's what we heard, unfortunately. But it might be a warmer winter too.
Oh yeah. We're looking at a warm, dry winter.
Yeah.
So the warm is nice. I appreciate that. Well, it's a little too warm right now. Sweating buckets while moving all that dirt. But I should probably not put my hand in front of my mouth too. But yeah, we could use that rain. I'm not a fan of that dryness.
Todd asks, do I need a permit to put a fence around my property?
Not usually. I think it has to be just under 6 feet, or 6 feet or less, or something like that.
Yeah, if it's over a certain height, then.
If it's over a certain height. Yeah, you need a permit. But usually like field fencing, under a certain height, you don't need it.
Yeah, unless you're clearing a large area around there, I think you need some kind of clearing permit or something. But
Oh yeah.
normally it's not.
Normally it's not an issue. Citizen, what's up? Will you do some ground contouring to catch water on your property? How big is your property? We have 40 acres out here. 40 acres of pristine desert. And yeah, we'll absolutely be doing some earthworks. I'm really excited to get in on that. As soon as I stop digging and moving dirt for the house, I'll be digging and moving dirt for earthworks. one of the best ways to catch and store water in the ground.
Ooh, what backgrounds do you both come from? Anything to boost your knowledge or abilities with off-grid homesteading?
Nope.
Not too much.
Yeah.
We got interested in permaculture, so we studied that. We did some permaculture courses and got a certificate, and that kind of helps with property design. So it helped with that aspect of it. But otherwise, no, we have backgrounds in art.
Yeah, like our college education is art, so useless.
Well, I think it helps being creative because there's a lot of, unconventional things we're doing out here, and it takes a lot of creative problem solving sometimes, and like the way you have to sort of observe what's happening, But
Honestly, yeah, that education probably comes more into use what we're doing here uh, than what we were doing, for jobs,
right.
for our 9 to 5 before this
But
lifestyle.
as far as like practical skills, building things and
Like
the
electrical
construction
knowledge,
like that's all things that we had to learn.
it's all on the fly. Anything really useful. Well, the permaculture was definitely useful. I think it's helpful in the planning stages and getting things to work better. Frees your mind. Gets you to think differently. Road to homesteading, how's it going? Junior P's in the house.
Hewitt Homestead asks, how cold do y'all get during the day in the winter months?
It does get cold in the deep winter months. I think at nighttime the temperatures can drop down into the teens.
But during the day, it's pretty comfortable, like 50s, 60s.
Yeah, it's really, this area's got to be one of the best year-round places for year-round temperatures, I think. Yeah, the summers do get hot. I mean, it's hot now, and winters do get cold, but not too much to the extremes.
Will the gentleman that took your hive be able to get you another starter hive next season? That's a good idea.
We'll have to bring that up. Remember those bees we gave you back then, way back then? Or at least some kind of discount or something. We'll definitely check into that. I think people have been suggesting that. Connect with Joe at Homesteadonomics YouTube channel. They are located in Swarita. Yeah, we love Joe and all the work he does over there. We've been watching his channel for years now. He's one of the big inspirations for doing what we do over here. And Joe's like super nice. He's contacted us before. He's kind of watching, keeping an eye on what we're doing out here. And so that's we're honored, honestly. Nicest guy.
Oh.
Got my nervous ticks.
New to AZ, I'll be in Apache County before the end of November. How far is that from your county? Where is Apache? That's northern?
That's pretty far north.
Yeah, we're like far south.
We're practically in Mexico.
We're in the southeast corner of the state.
Do you have arguments about anything of the building process? I don't think we argue about the process. Sometimes it's just difficult. We both have different, I think, methods of communicating, so we try and plan things together, but it just never seems to work out. I think I do too much talking, and you don't really say too much, so there's not an exchange of ideas.
And then you just end up going off on tangents.
But no arguments as far as that goes. I think just sometimes sometimes you just got to be careful when you're busting butt out there and it gets hot and
Yeah.
you're tired and stuff like that. You just got to watch what you say sometimes.
I don't think we've really had
We don't really.
problems with that.
No.
Yeah. We just have to keep in mind like our own strengths and weaknesses. So that's why like he does certain parts of the build, I do other parts, and it seems to work out pretty
Yeah.
well.
We each got our own jobs. Stay out of each other's way. That's how it works.
Oh, Maria Gibson is from Cochise County.
Oh,
That's cool.
very cool. Without says, I love your channel. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'm inspired by you. Wow, thank you.
How close is your nearest neighbor? I'd say what, half a mile away, maybe.
At least a half a mile, maybe longer. And if you put in questions and we haven't seen them, make sure to put those like questions in all caps,
Yeah.
or and then put it in again. If we miss it, we'll try and get to it. Even with both of us, sometimes if we're just using phones, it can be a little tough to see them. Do either of you have garden experience?
Not a ton.
Not a ton.
So before we moved down here, when we were in the city, I did some gardening in the backyard. It was really my first time doing that.
Just backyard gardening.
Yeah, but I really love that.
We really tried a bunch of different techniques over there, including raised beds.
We had a mulch pit.
Yeah, mulch pit, and we even put in a swale,
Yeah.
near the end, a little mini swale.
And I did some aquaponics too. Very small system.
Very small system. We did rainwater harvesting, a really cool system with that. And then we had to tear everything down. It seems like once we got almost everything set up, but just about that time, we had to take it all down.
Take it all down.
And there was, we had it, just between us. We put a swale in that backyard, and then we just filled the whole thing with gravel. We didn't have like enough dirt to fill that whole thing back, so.
Oh, right.
They got this big swale-sized gash in their backyard, just filled with gravel.
We did a lot of weird stuff in there, and then we had chickens in the backyard. So.
Yeah.
Sean says, I just started to ferment/pickle my own veggies for the first time. I'm excited. Are you two into fermented foods? Well, we will be. I mean, we haven't done much with that either, but aside from, I tried kombucha, stuff like that, but yeah, we'd like to do fermented foods.
Yeah, we really want to get into that. I think that's going to be one of the best ways to preserve the food that we start growing. I think that'll be a cool technique. Sean Guthrie asks, what part of your home build are you most looking forward to the most? The part where it's finished? No, I think it'll be cool. I mean, I guess the dome should be interesting. So right now we've finished our second cylinder. We got another cylinder to do, and then we'll start on the dome. So that will be an interesting process. And we'll get it right. Like I think when we start the first dome, we're gonna take it nice and slow and make sure we're doing everything 100%, because I mean you're literally stacking those bags over your head, so you want it to be solid and tight.
Cacti kimchi. Ooh. That sounds interesting.
Getting started on homesteading. I seen you pop in. How's it going? What's up, bub?
Is Cochise County the best county in Arizona as far as building permits and codes? Best. I don't know. There might be other counties with more lax like regulations on that. And it's been a very long time since I looked at that, but with some of the northern counties, but we really weren't interested in living too far up there, with the snow and.
For us, it was a mix of location and then the opt out. It was probably one of the better spots for us. Crew cam, I think it's a crew cam thing. He's not doing too much right now. Crew! He's out.
He almost looked.
He almost looked. He was like, That was a delayed reaction. How's it going? And he's got stuff hanging out of his mouth. Ow! Oh, an old man. Can't even move the phone without breaking a hip. My hip's broken.
Oh no.
Larry Parrish wants to know, why didn't you put an underground entrance into your root cellar? Just extra
digging.
Extra complications. We could have done something like that, but I mean, we're gonna put a dome on top of it, and that's a lot of pressure going down, so we figured it might be just easier and simpler just to have the one entrance coming in from the house, and then we don't have to worry about that. It'll be solid, completely solid, right underneath the dome.
Try to keep it simple.
Breaking a hip is a great way to get out of doing something. I can't do some digging. I broke my hip.
Where did you go to college?
Milwaukee Institute of Art and Design.
Yeah.
My ad. Jan Peterson, how's it going? Katie. What other animals are you looking to have?
More chickens. What other animals? I'd like to have ducks, actually.
Are ducks the next thing?
I think they might be. I'll probably work my way up slowly in size.
We're gonna be a duck channel, y'all.
As far as larger things, we're considering either goats or sheep. But that's always down the road.
What do you guys think? Goats or sheep? More chickens. Are you guys able to put a well in? We could put a well in. That's a possibility, but that's not on our radar yet. But it's always a possibility down the road. Yeah. We're just trying to push the rainwater harvesting as much as possible. I mean, with wells, you got to go deep. It's going to be expensive, and there's no guarantee on getting any water.
Desert quacking, yep. I'm thinking, Skeeter says, I'm thinking of moving from New York to either Colorado or Arizona. What would you suggest? Well, I think I'd have to suggest Arizona.
Yeah, I'm more of a fan of Arizona.
You lived in Colorado for a while.
Yeah.
So
it's not a bad place. It's not bad. It depends on where you are in Colorado. I would research like where you are, annual rainfall there, because parts of that are like desert-like as well.
And I guess it depends on your goals and your plans too.
I mean, where I lived in Colorado, it got cold, and you could get a lot of snow, but it didn't hang around there too long, so it wasn't bad.
And I've heard there's like regulations on rainwater collection there.
Yeah, I heard that they got rid of that. No, they might have just expanded it. Slightly. So now you can collect a little bit more or something like that. I would definitely check before Colorado. I should stop slamming the table here. I can't help it.
Heirloom permaculture asks where must. Oh, I think we said.
Yeah, that. Yep. That's an oldie. That's an oldie but a goodie. Yeah. New Mexico #1. We had 2 days of snow 2 weeks ago. What? 2 weeks ago? 2 days of snow?
Whoa.
Ooh.
Ooh. about how much money did it take for you guys to pull the trigger, leave your previous lives, and start this adventure?
Yeah, that's a good question. For us, it took the sale of our house as well
And
as all of our savings. But honestly, that is a very question, very much like that you a personal question that you need to answer for yourself. Like, what do you need? But my biggest suggestion, anyone thinking to do this kind of lifestyle, is figure out what you want to do out there, what you need for the get go, what you absolutely need to get things going, and then have more.
double it.
Yeah, maybe. Everything costs more and takes more time than you expect.
Yeah.
Always plan for that because what you don't want to do is get into this and then run out of money or something and then you're SOL or something. That would be bad news. Or have some type of ancillary income to help out.
Yes.
Or what bands, artists do you listen to? I don't have. I have a pretty eclectic music taste. I listen to quite a bit, all over the board. But honestly, I haven't been listening to a lot of music lately. I like to listen to things while I'm working, but lately I've been doing a lot of audiobooks
Audiobooks and podcasts.
and podcasts. Kind of a nerd like that. Almost everything except country. But I don't mind some country music from time to time. I'm getting into more of that. I used to listen to a lot of metal and rock. Just everything, man. Weird Al. Weird Al's my favorite artist of all time. I'll go on the record. Weird Al. The hardest working couples that I enjoy watching. Great job. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it's man, and this past week has just been so much dirt moving for me. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I just saw that debate song. It was pretty wild. A guard llama. Would you get a guard llama?
Maybe.
Save that llama for your mama. Hello, Jojo. What's up? Ralph is gonna build an aircrete dome home on his property.
Oh, cool.
Pretty sweet. Crystal Gallegos, hello. So, oh man, everyone just keep your fingers crossed on that truck. That's probably gonna be part of my day tomorrow. I'm gonna go out, pick up some of the fluids I need to get the truck running, and do some maintenance on there. That way, once we get that truck running, I can go in there and get the OSB that I need. Then we'll get that. But what do we got? What do we got in store for the video tomorrow? Let's talk a little bit about that.
You digging?
Back to digging videos. That's what we're known for, right? Digging into the dirt. That's just so much digging. It's gonna be non-stop digging now. Non-stop digging action. What about camels? You want to do camels? Meet camels?
Maybe.
Maybe. Any questions?
James, curious, did you get any fruit or food trees planted?
Not yet.
That's right, as you build.
it's definitely another thing we want to do. Probably when we start the earthworks, I think. I kind of wanted to get more fruit trees and stuff like that, but she's like, hold off, we need a solid plan before putting anything in the ground, and that makes sense.
Really?
Sometimes I get over anxious on things. I'm like, oh, we need to do this, we need to do that, and she's like, hold off, we need a solid plan
I feel like
before doing
trees are
anything.
permanent. Like
You want to have we want to have a
commitment.
good plan. She's a little commitment phobia.
Plus, we need water to get them established.
Once you make a big mistake, you don't want to make other big mistakes.
What?
It's like I can't do anything like that again. Uh, how much was your 40 acres and did you get owner financing or pay outright? Well, I'll tell you, this land was a steal for us. 15 grand for 40 acres. And
Mm-hmm.
we just bought it flat out cash.
Yes.
And then it was ours. But I think that was a rare thing. I don't think you'll find that deal anymore, anything
No,
like that.
especially now.
I think land prices are going up. Like the people that we bought it from, we got so lucky on this because I think the people lived out of state. They were
Yeah.
honestly just looking to dump the land. I know they were selling 80 acres just down the road, and they were selling that for 30 grand. 80 acres for 30 grand, but we couldn't snatch that up at the time. I don't even know what's going on with that. It might still be available, or it might have been sold. I don't know. I don't know.
I've been looking at land in Cochise County. I'm experiencing nothing but grit and determination. Are
Yeah.
there any areas in Cochise which have better soil over others for digging, planting, etc.? Man, that's hard to say because it seems like, we know people around here, and some areas are very sandy, other areas are clay heavy.
You
I don't
can't
know
know.
how to predict that.
You absolutely can't know. Uh, if there's areas you're interested in, or if you're looking at land, you might want to kind of check the soil. But it's so difficult. Like our land is different from our friends over in St. David, and even amongst the people that are living in St. David, the soil is different from there. And then we know people that live way in the northern part of Arizona, and some of those areas it's just bedrock, and you can't dig in there at all.
Yeah.
So that's definitely something I would check if you're looking to get land. Talk to some neighbors, and the best thing you can do is talk to some neighbors that live close by, and maybe seeing what it's like.
Do you know the owner of the cows who try to graze on your land?
We don't know them, but
They got to be somewhere to the south.
yeah, we believe they come from the south.
Yeah.
Because they can't cross the cattle guard to come into this area.
Yeah.
So, but we never met them. I hope some of their cows got back to them because I don't know how they keep track of that.
Mm.
They probably can't leave the. There's probably an area where they can't leave, so maybe that's one of the things. But I mean, the cows have literally left in all directions from our property, so that's crazy. I've literally seen a cow. I didn't know a cow could jump that barbed wire that we have out here, but I seen it. The cow just jumped over that. It was the craziest thing.
Yeah, and through it.
And through it. They don't like drones. I found out cows don't like drones. They don't like you chasing them down with drones either. Ooh, that's actually a really good point. Beth here says you can find out soil types by asking the county extension.
Yeah.
That is a really good
You
point
know,
because I think there might be websites that you can kind of find out
yeah,
soil.
I forgot about that. That's part of the research that we did on our land. They do actually have like soil maps, kind of, that detail the different types of soil and
I feel that was
areas.
really accurate.
Yeah.
North Star Prep Center, how's it going? Oh, we got a personal question. Will you have children one day? I vote yes, because we need a stronger workforce out here.
Okay.
We,
We're gonna
we need more helping hands, and we need them now. Can we just rent them?
What?
Just rent some children.
Child labor?
Child labor. We'll adopt some children.
Oh my goodness.
I gotta put them to work. No, it's not child labor. It's teaching children values and responsibility
Okay.
that will serve them in their future. Get into that hole and start digging. Just kidding. We would not create child labor camps out here. Start our own Boys and Girls Club.
Are you gonna finish the one you're working on first to start living in? Did you answer that one?
No, I did not.
Oh. I think you wanted to start on the other hole, right? The other underground portion first.
Yeah, so my thinking was...
We considered that, though.
I considered, like, we got the cylinder in there. Should we just do the dome above there? And then we could have, like, a temporary domicile. But my thinking is we got... Well, now we got one large gaping hole in there. My thinking was cap off this one and then start the other underground cylinder. That way it's stabilized.
Yeah.
And then you kind of agreed. You thought that was the way to go.
Makes sense.
Yeah, makes sense. That doesn't sound convincing to me. When it says domicile. I'm going to be laughing at that one late into the night. What do you do to keep snakes out of the holes pits? Right now, they're just keeping themselves out. We have not seen... so far, they have not turned into a snake pit. But you never know. But I have seen mice and rats get in there.
Really?
Well, you told me that.
Oh, in the other one.
Yeah, in the... I haven't seen any creatures in the one we just built. So maybe they're like, we don't want to go in there. It looks fishy. But the large gaping hole, that's another good reason maybe to get that finished off, because...
Well, how do we get them out?
We just leave them in there.
And they
They're
live
fine.
in our...
And they're going to live in our bedroom.
No! What are plans for future income? Clearly not many businesses to get hired at nearby.
Yeah, it's kind of it's literally a desert here, but it's also like a job desert. That's why we're kind of looking at doing online opportunities and trying to make some money on there. I think we got plans on creating some digital content to go along with what we're doing out here. Probably in akin to Earthbag building and other things. We're thinking about like doing like single point lesson plans, things like that.
Courses and plus physical products.
Ooh, are you gonna do a spoiler?
A segue. Yeah. My mom actually, she's a very talented jewelry artist, and she makes these amazing necklaces. So she's been selling them, I mean, for years, mostly at farmers markets and craft fairs and things like that, but it's getting really hard for her to do that now. So she's like, can you help me set up something online so I can sell these things? So I'm kind of working with her now to sell these necklaces.
I think that's really cool. A really cool venture between you two. A way you two can work together and make a little money for both of you, because she'll need that money now that she's retired.
Yeah.
And then, you get a little cut. Little slice off the top. Junior P, I seen that. I actually made that. You're late on that. I made that joke, Junior, when we were doing the cistern.
Was it? Oh, right.
I actually had a sprayer. I'm like, it puts the lotion on its skin or it gets the hose again. I could have passed that up. Oh, Todd asked, do you plan on selling one of your RVs? No, are you asking? Are you putting in an offer, Todd? I think we're gonna keep them. We might use the motorhome as like a man cave, and that's kind of where like I got all my tools out and everything like
Yeah.
that. So that might be kind of utilized for that. But right now it's also like an outdoor kitchen, right? It's like a second kitchen.
Yeah, it's and so you don't have to
Cook
cook
in
in
here,
here where
we
it's
cook in there.
hot.
So it gets utilized. And then this we might save for guests or something like that, or if we have workers out here helping someday down the road, might be a nice little apartment or something for them.
Ooh, let's see. Beth Worley asked, I'm just getting started watching. How do you sterilize your water?
Good question. Right now we really only have one filtration process, which is our Berkey.
But it works really well.
It works really well. We haven't had any issues.
Yeah.
So those tanks are just full of rainwater still, and I have used a little bit of cleaner in there once, but honestly, I did that once, and but we haven't any issues with the Berkey. The Berkey's been doing an amazing job. Road to Homesteading says the house and bridge that was in the Silence of the Land is near my house. That is sweet. Ah. Or would that be
Sweet?
creepy?
Yeah.
Well, some people think it's sweet, some people think it's creepy. Oh man.
Have you had to rent equipment?
We have. We did. We once rented an auger,
An auger.
which did not do well.
When we were trying to put in fence posts.
It was a one-man auger, and it would not go through the soil. The digging bar did a way better job than that gas-powered auger. And then we also had someone come out with an excavator to do those holes. So we had some hired help. And that honestly saved us a ton of time and a ton of money, I think. You didn't really want to do to have the excavator out here, right? I took her some convincing. She's like, Jim, you can dig that out. That's no problem. You got it.
And then I realized the extent of.
Well, yeah, just digging 3 feet down for that small septic thing, man, was tough.
Yeah.
And
Because we do have like hard clay soil here, and then we have caliche.
And then huge boulders down the ground.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
How many snakes have found their way to you guys?
Not too many this year. But overall, probably somewhere over a dozen, right?
Probably.
It's getting dark. It's getting dark now.
Oh,
A little bit. How many floors high will your house be? Well, if you consider the basement there, that'll be 1 floor. And then the domes will actually be approximately 20 feet tall. So we're thinking about turning that kind of into, it might have lofts in those areas. So it might be kind of like 3 in each section.
Oh, Hunt Gym Club. Hi from UK. My question is, when and where did you find out about building using Earthbags?
Oh, that's been on our radar for a long time. Where do you think the impetus came from?
I can't remember where I first heard about Earthbags.
Yeah, I don't remember where we first heard about it, but I think My Little Homestead was definitely an inspiration for kind of like continuing on with that. I don't know. That's probably not where we first heard of it, but that was cool seeing them build with it and being like, it's possible. And then we actually got to see our first in-person Earthbag domicile from a neighbor of ours at Ransom Ranch, and that was so cool. And I think that kind of solidified things for us. Apricot Tiny House, if you're still here, glad you were able to pop in. Have a good night. How much was it to have someone dig the holes? Actually, that's a good question. It wasn't too bad. I think it was $800 for all 3 holes and that trench. Was that about right? I
Yes,
think
I
it was
think
about
so.
800. So and the guy was out here for like 2 solid days of digging. So I don't think that was a bad price at all. Yeah, honestly, we would still be digging. Yeah, I think that would have taken all summer at least. It would have literally been months of digging videos.
How much rain as of today? We, yeah, let's see. I don't think we got any rain all of September.
Nope,
Not at all.
not a drop.
So like for the whole year, so far it's been under 8 inches. Uh,
Yeah, not good unless we get a lot more rain during this last part of the year. It'll be a low year for us. Jan Peterson says gotta go. Shrimp's boiling in the pot. Good night, Jan. Thanks for being here. The public says thank you. I enjoy your YouTubes.
Thank you.
Thank you. That means a lot to us.
Jeremy asked, said, I live in Arizona in Pinal County. Just curious on what you will use for cooling in the summer. So for our house, we're hoping we don't need any air conditioning.
I'm hoping that when we're done with this thing, it'll be really nice in the summer. And then we'll see how it goes in the winter. I've heard with this type of building, they will get cold. Excuse me, voice cracking a little bit. Um, but I think we might do a rocket stove or a rocket mass heater inside there, and just in case it gets a little too cold. I think a rocket mass heater would do really nice in here. Junior says it's been raining there for 2 straight days. Almost homestead, what's up? Well, at least you made it here at the end. You got any more questions over there?
Let's see.
North Star Prep Setter says just picked the last harvest today. 40 pounds of tomatoes, 25 pounds of butternut squash, 5-gallon bucket of onions, and 2¼ bushels of apples.
Ooh. Wow. I want Earthbag buildings. All Earth buildings are great. I just decided after watching your channel, Earthbag will be easier for me to manage.
Yeah, you definitely got to look into what type of earthen building. I always say you got to look into see what type of building suits you best. For us, it was Earthbag, but for our neighbors, a little north of us, it's straw bale. They're a little bit older, so that's a little bit easier for them to manage. It'll go up quicker, and it has great insulative value. And we might be utilizing straw bale as well in this build. We might be doing Earthbag as well as cob, as well as a little straw bale. And we're gonna have a little bit of everything on here. Do you guys look at the stars as often as we can? Sometimes it's nice working late and getting out there, and lately the skies have been kind of cloudy with all that smoke, but usually when there's no wildfires, amazing, beautiful skies out here. Any last questions or? Okay, I guess. All right. Everyone, thank you guys so much for being here. Man, you guys are awesome. Really get to enjoy spending these Thursday evenings with you. I think we'll have another video ready for you tomorrow at our usual time, 12 p.m. over here. I think it should be a pretty, pretty cool video. Looking good so far. All right, and many thanks to our moderators. They're doing an awesome job. Have a good night, everyone. Thank you again. Bye.
Night.